Welcome to Rauta and my poor attempt to do a little bit of roasting. Those of you who don't know what roasting is in this context, well, it doesn't mean exactly doing meat or anything on the grill, but more like let's tease you a little bit about the names you have chosen. And in this particular video, we're gonna talk a little bit about bad band names. Now, roughly couple of months before this video, I made a video about how to choose band name that doesn't get roasted, a band name that isn't exactly outright bad. That is, many bands in metal are blessed with good names, that the ones that are just outright good. Think of bands like Slayer. Hey, it's all about killing something. Like, I don't know what, but killing, slaying. Bands like Death are very much there. War, etc. Usually bands with just one word used there are just right to the point. And when those words are chosen wisely, you cannot pretty much roast those that bad. So I wanted also to make this as kind of a gift, if you will, to those bands that have, in my opinion, good names, and not just try to roast them at all, because first of all it would make poor roasting, and secondly I don't want to tease those bands at all which have actually a good name. So with this first roasting attempt video, which probably sucks because I have not prepared that much. I just collected a list of names you basically suggested in the first video, and I tried to do my poor attempt to kind of like do a little bit teasing of these names. And should this be successful, I'm gonna promise to you later on a little bit teasing, so-called roasting about these names. So it's gonna be 100% improvised. And I have a little list here, mostly of names that you, dear viewers, recommended to me, and some of them just randomly popped into my head. This would have been fun also if we just would take an alphabetical order or something, or pick names that I had previously reviewed. But as it is, let's start with this one. I'm gonna try to keep it relatively short. So, Ball Thrower, one of my favorite British death metal names. It actually makes sense if you think what Ball Thrower actually means, a medieval weapon. But as a band name, if you don't know the context, it sounds really stupid. Like balls, pieces of this equipment, and you have something, to throw them with. Like, are you some sort of a toolbox thingy, a kind of improvised weapon or something? And I don't mean weapon, like a catapult, but more like, hey, I'm gonna just throw these balls at you. Why not screws? Why not nail thrower? Doesn't sound that smart anyway. But once again, if you just take a look at these names and the history, it starts to make sense. But should you be teenager and maybe not native in English even, Ball Thrower, I would have never picked that kind of album just for my random metal listening. Now, also one of the favorite bands from Sweden, well, at least because they have some so cool albums made, is At the Gates. Now, as a metal band name, that sounds to me like a poor attempt to do sort of a metalcore. So why not just Gates? Not that it would be that good of a name, but At the Gates. Are you at the bus stop? Yeah, this is all about doing bus metal. Or, I don't know, at school. How about that? You could get education while doing metal. Sorry guys, At the Gates sucks as a band name. At the Gates doing exactly what? Waiting for somebody. And which gates? Church gates, school gates, police station gates, railway station. Don't use that kind of names. It just makes you feel like stupid. At the Gates. Why not in the toilet? Morbid Angel. As much as I love the band, and as you can pretty much see, I'm going through my favorites first. Like Morbid Angel, there's something which I really like in this name. But then again, you have also to understand it's kind of a biblical thing. And even if you're not a Bible reading type, which I guess most of us are not, then you're figuring like, why angels? What if you don't even believe in angels? So you have an angel that is morbid. How about sick? Like, is he like physically sick, mentally sick, twisted in mind? So you have this fantasy creature which is kind of like ill. Like, how about ill Santa Claus? How about Sick Jesus? That would make kind of a hilarious yet very, very stupid name also. So what about Morbid Angel? Yeah, it kind of sounds really bad, like Angel of Death. But instead of being this kind of a nickname given to some, I don't know, Nazi officer, Morbid Angel just sounds like you guys are just trolling the Christians and all that stuff, but that name isn't really going to stick. Well, obviously it's gonna stick because we know the band made a wonderful amount of great albums, but still, not that good of a name. I prefer Il Santa Claus over this one. Just joking. Now, Dark Throne, that is also the name that some people just think it's cool. But throne is actually this kind of a majestic chair of sorts for kings and people alike. Emperors, queens, maybe even presidents of sort. But also it can be named a nickname for the toilet seat. Being a seat anyway. Of royal nature maybe, but still it's a seat. Now, dark toilet seat makes me think of this very, very dirty toilet, maybe just covered in feces and whatnot. Now, if you start to think Dark Throne in that sense, it makes me think of these old wooden outhouses, you know, where you actually had the toilet outside the building. You would go to take a crap and like, okay, I'd rather take my shit in the woods than try to use this Dark Throne. It's very, very dark because of that old feces all dried up there, creating this nice smell, maybe some flies flying around, and you're like, okay, maybe my throne should be somewhere else than in this dark throne full of feces. Maybe diarrhea seat, but that sounds more like grindcore, not exactly black metal of the Norwegian style. So Dark Throne, not that great of a name, I think. Now, some people started to making these suggestions, and now I'm gonna just jump to them right away. Goat penis was mentioned as one of those more hilarious names. Well, penis is a marvelous thing to have. First of all, it lets you procreate, have sex, take a piss. All wonderful things if you start to think like that. Well, procreation is related to sex, but still. But goat penis, why would you name goat penis? Why just, I don't know, cat penis, dog penis, or maybe cow's vagina? Doesn't sound that sexy, because obviously Bathory and Gorhon wanted to go with goat. But then you start to wonder what other kind of animals are present in metal bands, you know, like lions or wolves. How about wolf's vagina? I don't know, tiger's asshole. Ooh, that doesn't sound really that much interesting name. So, goat penis? Sure? You want to like it there? Okay, let's not go there. Then there are bands like, which I have reviewed, these are just totally random order, like Devilish Impressions. That was something that I got for review not too long time ago, and I was like wondering like, why do I have this kind of stupid name? I mean, everybody might have different kind of impression of people. Devilish impression. Doesn't mean like you're gonna see the devil inside. Now, this is not the bad exactly the same way as you can think bands like Goat Penis or Dark Throne maybe, but still I was thinking like this is a very stupid name. Is it part of those so-called evil English names? Like if you put some random word, devilish is very much like diabolic or infernal. Feelings, no, impressions, gut feelings, atmosphere. What about devilic or diabolic atmosphere? Oh, that sounds so much crappy. But devilish impressions, yes, this must be a really great name. And I'm like, I have a crappy impression of your band because you have such a poor name. By the way, it's not even a good band anyway. But devilish impressions, it makes me think of like, please pick a dictionary, not dictionary, but dictionary, and just find more suitable name. That name is horrible. Now, my friend was talking about this band called Funeral Fuck with double K, and he's like, horrible name, but great band. His favorite Doom Death or whatever band of the year, that is 2019. But Funeral Fuck, I mean, like, who wants to get laid at funeral? Probably some certain people, but why would you name your band like that? How about, I don't know, giving birth sex? Doesn't sound too funny. But having sex at funeral, maybe as such we'd go with the metalcore, but Funeral Fuck doesn't imply really doom metal. It makes me think you're one of those funny bands, which I would just skip because your humor doesn't really stick. Funeral Fuck with double K's. Oh, so cringy. Now, there was also a band called Moomin Cunt. for review. And by the way, all these curse words probably make YouTube demonetize this video, so sorry about that. But Moominkan. I mean, Moomins mean those Moomin characters. You know, the Finnish beings, those white Moomin trolls. And you have this band from Sweden singing about Moominkans. Moomin vagina. Like, come on. Why would you name your band as such? Now, this particular band with their particular album, as it happened to be, was really, really horrible. It was just like they made so bad music, they were kind of forced to select this band name. Because, I mean, why would you give this stupid name, like a really stupid name, for your band if it wasn't going to suck? I mean, why would you make songs like, I don't know, Morbid Angel or Dark Throne, and then name it Mummin Cunt? Really, really stupid name. I wouldn't know who would like to have that. Then we have lots of bands starting with, or related to goat. Like there was mentioned Archgoat, which is kind of a funny, if you start to think about it. It's like a goat that is like not Archduke, but Archgoat. Like a royal goat maybe. Empiric goat or whatever. Or like this supreme goat. Now, that doesn't really stick, right? But even worse is goat whore. So it's just a goat who is whoring, like a goat prostitute maybe. Like who would go to, like, I want to get laid, I want to get some milking to be done by that particular goat. Really? A kind of sex with animal thing doesn't really sound too good. But hey, whatever you say, whatever you pay. And also a band called Evil Feast. Okay, we're gonna have this dinner, but it's gonna be an evil dinner. We're gonna feast like evil people. It's Evil Feast. Yes, evil French fries, evil steak, some very evil tomatoes, evil cucumbers. It's very evil feast. I don't know what's going on with these people, but maybe they will have evil dinner and evil lunch as well. Then one interesting band which was mentioned was Nihilisten and Barbaarisuus, which is Finnish, but the band is from United States, so they are not exactly using their native language or their original language for this name. Now, that is not such a big crime, but once you start translating it, it means like nihilistic barbarism. Like, what does it even mean? You're nihilistic barbarians, or are you barbaric nihilists? And what does it even mean? We're from the school of nihilistic philosophy, but we are also barbaric, so we're educated barbarians, but we're quite nihilistic. We don't have any values because we're barbarians. We don't even value food, women, plunder, whatever. Like, okay, that name makes no sense at all. Please don't use it. And then also my friend's band, Anal Blasphemy. Is it blasphemy made with your anal parts? Like, okay, I'm gonna stamp my rectum here and make these evil blasphemic images. Or does it mean that your anus is being blasphemed? Like, haha, you wouldn't fit this cucumber right up your alley. But there you have it. Kind of interesting names. Then again, I kind of understand the person in question is very blasphemous, who want to blaspheme Jesus with whatever it means. But with ass, anal, rectal style, maybe rectal style should be the name of his album, by the way. Now we have also names like Sloth Bath, which is then again slaughter plus, I don't know, bath, slaughtering bath, sloth bath. Why there is two B's included? Or maybe it's reference to Immortals Abbath, slaughter Abbath. Well, that's kind of high-news crime. Why don't slaughter Fenris? Why not slaughter Dimmu Borgir, Slotburger? Okay, that's a poor joke. I'm not gonna attempt to do that anymore. Then we have lots of bands with different kind of bestial. Like, the people mentioned Bestial Warlust. Quite okay. Bestial Mockery, not so much okay. Bestial Holocaust. Ooh, what the bad days, man. But we started, like, putting these bestial names before some other names that were used. Holocaust is a band. I'm pretty sure that Mockery is also a band name. How about Bestial Dark Throne, Bestial Throne, Bestial Whore, Bestial Arch, Bestial Goat Arch, Bestial Angel, Bestial Morbidness. Okay, you get the idea. It's you can just stick Bestial to everything. Bestial Immortal, or whatever. And then some people mentioned these kind of really stupid metalcore names. I wrestled the bear once. Everything written just like without space between those letters and words. Sounds really stupid. I wrestled Braille. If you wrestled a bear once, you probably end up being dead. You don't find a band name after that. And if you do, why, what the hell would you name your band like that? Because more like, I survived bear wrestling. That would be even better, and that would suck as well. Pretty much like Job for a Cowboy. Like, Job for a Cowboy isn't exactly to play death metal. Really stupid name, by the way. Your job is being a douchebag. Now, of course, one of the favorites, which I forgot earlier, was Cannibal Corpse. Because I never figured out whether it's a corpse who is cannibalizing other corpses, maybe. Not exactly eating humans, if you can look at the word. Or is it just a cannibal eating corpses? I'm not exactly sure, but while the name kind of gives fine and nice tune to it, it still sounds kind of stupid. Much like Cannabis Corpse, which I think is more kind of a funny, and they're just a kind of a parody band, even though make good death metal as well, but at least I can understand this corpse is smoking pot, or maybe died because of smoking pot. By the way, you need to smoke really much pot in order to die out of it. Then we have a band called Lawnmower Death. Death written in the same way as Megadeth without A. I don't know if dyslexia is something that you should be proud of. Like, I don't know how to word death. Is it D-E-T-H or D-E? I don't know. I just want D-E-T-H. Lawnmower Death. So you're gonna kill with lawnmower or die because of it. Makes no sense unless you're a big fan of Evil Dead movies where lawnmower, or was it bad? Brains. I'm not sure. Anyway, kind of a stupid name. Anyway, Lawnmower Death. What about Dishwasher Death? Blue Hummingbird on the left was mentioned because it feels so pretentious name. And it does. I mean, how about Black and White Zebra on the right? How about this brown bear before you? Sounds like a bad metalcore name, but it's not metalcore band. So, I mean, don't put your like, we have some animals right here doing any kind of stuff. It sounds stupid. And to conclude the one episode here, which is already too lengthy, is this band that somebody mentioned in the comment section. It's a German band called Wurze. F-U-R-Z-E. Furzy. Furze. I don't know how to pronounce it. And why it's funny? Because it was mentioned that it actually means fart in German. Now, Deutsch. So if you start thinking, okay, we have this really cool one-letter word, not one letter, but one word name, and you're like, okay, this is really, really impressive. Nobody's gonna forget this. It's more like names like pest or death, but we call Furze. You mean like a farte? Yeah, nice smell. Your bad smells very, very bad. That's about it. Okay, this over lengthy video, we're gonna stop right now. Once again, if you wanna do more stupid kind of a roasting videos with me, just put some suggestions there. Or if you don't wanna see ever again these kind of stupid videos, you can also mention that, because I'm just here to entertain myself. Hopefully, like one of you people actually watching this video. I'm just having Friday night at work, and before I go to spend my time with friends, I had plenty of fun doing this video. I don't know why I'm doing this. Anyway, see you soon with more Rauta stuff coming away, and should you be interested in more roasting, give a thumbs up, put the comments box below some ideas, and if you hate it, just be brave and put the thumb down, and I'll never do these again. Okay, thank you for watching, have a good weekend and all that stuff. Bye bye.